Mi gente, pelejeiros, pelejeiras. Durante essa temporada do Gringo do Peleja, eu recebi muitas sugestões sobre onde eu deveria ir. Eu vi que você está curtindo os times rebeldes e o valor da resistência nos seus países. Então eu pensei, se na Peleja você mostrar o clube mais rebelde do mundo, no derby mais insano da temporada, pode gostar? Vem comigo.
Bem-vindo em Croácia! Bem-vindo aos Balcanos!
Eu amo futebol e falo 6 idiomas diferentes. E às vezes falo tudo eles ao mesmo tempo. Chegou a hora do Peleja, agora é mais um lugar insano. Eu sou o Gringo do Peleja.
Zagreb, the capital of Croatia and home to Dinamo, the most successful club in this country's young history. But I'm headed to Split, whose club, Hajduk, during the Yugoslav times, was once supported across the 6 federations.
Mi gente, bem-vindo a Spalato.
O time dessa cidade, Hajduk Split. Essa cidade tem uma coisa muito importante na cultura do futebol europeu. Tem uma torcida mais velha do continente.
Here in Split, which is in the southern region of Croatia, and which once boasted the region's most successes, everywhere I look, I can see the connection that this place has with its local team. Mas antes de eu explicar como a história dos dois se conecta, primeiro quero que você entenda o que essa cidade representa no contexto do país.
Well, in one word, you could explain it like through the concept of rebellion. This is like Split has always been a working class town. Like there hasn't been much money poured into it, so there's always been the spirit of kind of a rebellious atmosphere ever since the Roman ages, basically. So whenever someone would come in by force or try to take over, they would meet a strong rebellion.
And that doesn't happen often. Being in a strategic point, Split was taken by empires and resisted all of them. During the Second World War, Italians and Germans also took over the city and saw an opportunity to conquer the territory through the club that had been born here at the beginning of the 20th century. This is a city of struggle and a lot of pride.
They figured out the importance it has for the local community. So they wanted to blend it in, send it to Italy to play in Serie A. They would build a huge new stadium. They would ship the team. They offered to ship the team by planes to Italy, but then the people just said no. Instead, the whole team joined the resistant partisan army.
O Hajduk teve desde sua fundação essa identificação com a cidade de onde veio. Mas para representar essa união, um grupo de torcedores resolveu se juntar na década de 50 para formar Torcida Split. Isso mesmo, em português.
E acá estamos, minha gente, a um lugar muito importante na história futebolística das torcidas globais. E nesse lugar, podes ver os jogadores do Hajduk Split que voltaram para o Mundial em Brasil em 1950. Vão para essa praia para cá e começam a falar com a gente de criar uma torcida europeia que pode sostener o time local dessa cidade. E deste ponto, Torcida Split nasce e depois disso tem uma cultura torcedora na Europa.
Durante o governo jugoslavo, não só a Torcida Split como outros grupos de ultras pelo oeste da Europa também foram proibidos de se organizar nas arquibancadas. Mas logo, depois da morte do presidente Josip Tito, em 1980, o grupo voltou com força para o estádio e se transformou no maior símbolo do Hajduk.
Torcida and Bad Blue Boys on one side were embracing the kind of Croatian identity, whilst on the other side you had like Red Star fans and Partizan fans who were embracing the Serbian nationalist rhetoric. So it was the last cup in 1991, the last Tito's Cup, where the war basically already broke out. There were fightings on the streets, on the roads in Yugoslavia. It was impossible to travel. And Hajduk, who were underdogs in that game against Red Star, who won the European Cup final just 10 to 15 days later, Hajduk actually won.
And what happened to this trophy?
The trophy was actually hidden for nearly 30 years, and it only reappeared in like late 2000s, all of a sudden like the last cup is in Split.
Why is Torcida such a tie for people in Split?
Listen, Torcida is Split and Split is Torcida, but also the whole Dalmatia. So Hajduk is a brand because it was never a system club, it was always an independent club.
And that deep sense of belonging between Torcida, Hajduk, and the region started a revolution in Croatian football. Troubled by the same group of people running the club and with political intentions behind it, these fans organized to create the Nas Hajduk movement and collectively tried to get the club back on track.
In 2011, organized first elections, so it was elections like in a country where we have candidates and all the members could vote for them to be in a supervisory board of the club. It's not so common because we have direct impact on the club. Also we have traditional chats with supervisory board, mostly with CEO, sport directors, where fans members can come and ask a question. So I don't think that there are much clubs in the world where you can come and ask the questions, but it somehow reflects the way that Hajduk fans are devoted to the club.
The success of Nas Hajduk would create a new scene in Croatian football. Dinamo, the club from the capital, has dominated the country's football for at least 2 decades. In the last 16 years, they have won 15 league titles and 9 cups. For many people, the reason for this hegemony built by Dinamo has a name: Zdravko Mamic.
Dinamo Zagreb unfortunately had a different story because they were took by a well-known criminal. He took over, he made it his own toy, regardless of the fact that it is still a publicly owned club, it's not a privately owned club.
Zdravko Mamic was for a long time the most influential name in Croatian football.
Dinamo had one leader who did everything to make the monopoly on football, and he succeeded because, you know, there are some rules in modern football, and money is a very important part of it.
In 2018, Mamic was convicted by the courts along with his brother Zoran Mamic, who was manager of Dinamo Zagreb, for embezzling club money and evading taxes in the transfers of 2 great names of Croatian football. Today, despite his arrests, he continues to control the club and influence the FA, as well as waging a war against Dinamo's ultras, the Bad Blue Boys, who admirably continue to resist their defamed owner.
It somehow became the struggle between two systems, 2 opposite way of looking on football.
E por isso, uma vitória no derby significa muito mais do que só 3 pontos na tabela. É uma forma de afirmação de uma identidade.
It means to win Dinamo always.
I think that a city would be on fire for it.
Movimento popular de torcedores que cria uma realidade muito diferente no futebol, que vem de uma história de criar movimento torcedor na Europa. E agora estamos a momentos de cambiar a história futebolística croata. Atmosfera, aeroplano na área, helicópteros comienzan, rumor na distância. Chegamos. Acreditação, minha gente do Peleja. Ao momento, um estádio cheio em Croácia. Bem-vindo, minha gente, à torcida.
Olhar no estádio aberto, ao lado do mar, esse povo em Dalmácia, com un'anima rebelde, que grita não solamente por uma identidade contra outra, grita por outra ideia do futebol. A esse lado temos o Bad Blue Boys, a torcida do Dinamo Zagreb. Uma torcida muito importante na história europeia. via! Oh mamma mamma mamma! Oh mamma mamma mamma! Ispirato da canzone do Nápoles para Maradona. Tem cultura nessa grada. Difícil essa partida, muito difícil essa partida. Está vendo, atenção! Tem um gol que vem, tem um gol que vem. É o Viseu! 1-0! Vamos! Os torcedores! Agora vem o puto inferno! Quando una torcida brasileira ispira un movimento pra cá. Essa cá, Emoção. Con cada momento do partido, un nuovo strappo, una nuova bandiera, una nuova cosa. Genial! Hai visto esta tarde cosa pode significar? Não somente para uma cidade, não somente para um time, não para uma grada histórica, ganhar-lhe a seu rival, não simplesmente por novidade de ganhar um título em muitos anos, não mais, ganhando-lhe com uma comunidade que está proprietário, associado com o seu time, em frente do time fundado da uma pessoa que está conquistando um país. É uma vitória que é hoje o futebol. É uma vitória da comunidade.
To everyone, Hajduk means something because it somehow they lived with Hajduk the part of their life.
Without even being a title contender, it speaks volumes. It speaks about the idea that the results are important, but the story, the spirit is even more important.
We have a saying that you don't cheer for Hajduk, that you live for Hajduk. So I think this and this park and all the actions that fans are doing is the reflection of that we don't see it like a Sunday fun, we see it like our way of life.